billion shillings on food imports each year, yet that money can effectively be used to revive the ailing sector. He also pledged to ensure the government employs enough teachers to address the perennial teachers shortage across public schools. Achola Simon has the details.
Sunday in Kakamega County. The president joined worshippers for an interdenominational prayer service. It is here that he revisited plans by the government to boost food security through investment in mechanized agricultural practices.
Mimi nataka governors washirikiane na Wizara ya Kilimo ndio tuhakikishe ya kwamba tuko na matrakta ya kutusaidia kumechanize our farming, ndio tuongeze mapato na turahisishe uzalishaji wa chakula.
On education, Ruto said the government continues to invest and plans to employ at least 50,000 teachers to bridge student-teacher ratio.
Masomo ya watoto wetu itasonga mbele kwa utaratibu bila matatizo, njia inayoeleweka na njia ambayo itahakikisha kwamba watoto wetu wanasoma masomo ambayo itawasaidia katika ujenzi wa taifa letu la Kenya.
Bishop aliyehubiri, Your Excellency, one of the messages we picked ni kwamba when you have a problem, don't look for who to blame, look for a solution. And Bishop Barasa was spot on.
Ili mazao yetu yapate soko kule ngambo, because we need to export to generate jobs. Hata Mumias tunataka they produce not just for the local market. We want to know at some stage that Mumias will be able to export, Mumias and Zoya, to export their sugar to the European Union so that the farmers here can earn even more.
Sisi kama magovernors what? We want to assure you we are going to support your administration kwa sababu lazima tushirikiane ili tulete maendeleo hapa, and that is our credo. We are not going to disappoint you.
We come to make known to the world that when all nations around us, especially in our region in Africa, are defaulting on their debt, through your leadership, Your Excellency, our country today is debt secure. Our country today is on an economic trajectory that is safe.
Additionally, he reiterated his commitment to revive the sugar sector, and listing plans were in place to ensure the defunct government-owned sugar millers are functional and beneficial to communities they are domiciled.
Tuko na hatua mara tatu ya kutatua hii shida ya sukari. Tatizo moja ambayo ilikuwa ni tatizo kubwa zaidi ilikuwa ni tatizo la madeni. Tulikuwa na madeni ya kampuni za sukari bilioni 117. Nyinyi mnajua kuhesabu bilioni?
The president has been on a 4-day development tour of Western Kenya. Achola Simon, Sunday Express, Kakamega County.
Let's turn our eyes on the tragedy that happened on Thursday night, and victims of Embakasi fire tragedy following the explosion of gas cylinders are demanding compensation owing to the losses incurred. Samson Morwabe, who is retired, is among those calling for compensation after 30 of his houses were destroyed during the inferno, leaving him without a source of livelihood or a house to call home. His vehicle was also burnt during the night inferno. Our reporter Nancy Okwere tells us more on the high economic cost some of the locals have, or rather left to bear with. Of course, some of them left homeless and penniless.
It is Sunday. This is the situation at Muradi Estate in Embakasi, Nairobi County. Samson Morwabe is at a loss after his life took a turn for the worst following the Thursday night explosion. An explosion that not only left him homeless but penniless. Samson, who is retired, had a solid retirement plan after constructing 30 houses, which were his source of income in his sunset days. but this ended with the explosion as the houses were reduced to ashes.
Nilikuwa mfanyikazi wa serikali kitambo, nimestaafu. Sasa maisha yangu yote yako hapa. So hii nyumba vile imeungua yote. Sina pahali pengine naweza kutoa pesa. Kama saa hizi sina hata nguo moja kubadilisha. Hizi nguo hata ukiangalia asinitoshi. Sangu zote ziliisha, bedding zote ziliisha, hata utensils zote ziliisha.
His car was also not spared. He narrates how he was forced to drive off in the car that was already engulfed in flames. The description akin to an action movie.
Kafikiria kwenda kuchukua ufunguo, nikachukua kwa haraka zaidi, sikupoteza masaa. Nikakuja nikafungua gari, nikawakisha, nikaweka reverse, ikiwa na waka. Nikaitorosa kama mita 100. Wananchi wakanisaidia, ikawa wamesima moto.
The economic implications of the fire are also evident, as several business establishments that stood tall are now covered in debris.
So unaona kama pale vile ni mavitu zimechomeka, hizo mavitu za kufunika huku zimechomeka huku kote. Bado kuna masoketi tumezitoa, kuna machupa ziko huku bado. Zingine kama hizi hapa unacheki ni mnare zilikuwa zimeshika.
Watu wakawa tumepoteza vitu vingi sana, maana tulitoka tukiwa tumeacha wazi, watu waliingia wakapora. Naona vitu vingine vikaenda, lakini vitu vingine kama TV kama hiyo naona iko katika imezingirwa vizuri na chuma pale. So ikawa vigumu kwa watu kupora, lakini vile waongeza kupora walienda navo.
They are now calling for compensation.
Mahali ilikotoka tulikuwa tumecomplain ya kwamba mwezi kuleta gas mahali watu wanakaa. Na kwa vile hatuna uwezo wote wa kuweza kuwakataza, waliendelea kuleta. Mwenyewe achukue hiyo mzigo. Maana tumeathirika, hatukutarajia.
Close to 100 people are currently being housed at the Embakasi Community Center. Here, a multi-agency team is on the ground, offering services including psychosocial support.
After such an incident, these people face a lot of shock. People get stressed, particularly when it involves your homes, your livelihoods. You don't know where to begin from. So the importance of having this is, one, it returns a sense of control to your lives, and it gives you a starting point of where to begin from. So here, what we are doing, we have 3 categories of psychosocial support we are offering. We have the one-on-one counseling sessions. We have the group therapy. We also have child therapy.
The level of destruction at this site is a clear representation of the magnitude of the explosion. And as those affected continue to pick up their pieces, they are calling for more humanitarian assistance. Nancy Okware reporting from Embakasi, Nairobi County.
Such a sad story. You wake up one day with property and then in a twinkle of an eye, you have nothing left to your name. To another sad story. President William Ruto has joined world leaders in condoling with the family and people of Namibia following the death of President Dr. Hage Geingob. President Ruto, during the tour of Kakamega County, asked for a moment of silence in honor of the late president. Geingob was the 3rd president of Namibia and passed away at the age of 82 while undergoing treatment for cancer. Geingob, who assumed office in March 21st, 2015, was also the president of the ruling Southwest Africa People Organization Party of Namibia.
The late president passed away in the wee hours of Sunday while undergoing treatment at Lady Pohamba Hospital in Windhoek, Namibia. His office revealed he was undergoing treatment for cancerous cells discovered during a routine procedure. Despite his illness, he continued to fulfill his presidential duties. President William Ruto has since sent a message of condolence to the family and people of Namibia. In his message, the president eulogized him as a distinguished leader who served the people of Namibia with focus and dedication.
Na nitauliza wale wote wanaohusika, tukisha pata habari kamili, tutafanya vile kwa heshima, tutaweka bendera yetu nusu mlingoti kwa sababu ya kumuenzi rafiki yetu, kiongozi katika bara letu la Afrika, rais wa kule Namibia.
At the same time, Former President Uhuru Kenyatta, in mourning President Hage Geingob, described him as a great leader who contributed immensely to the liberation of Namibia. The President of Zimbabwe, Emmerson Mnangagwa, while condoling with the people of Namibia, praised Geingob's leadership and resilience, saying it will be remembered. President Cyril Ramaphosa celebrated the late president, saying he is a towering veteran of Namibia's liberalization from colonialism and apartheid. The late Geingob's political career spanned decades. He served as the first Prime Minister of Namibia from 1990 to 2002, playing a crucial role in the nation's independence from South Africa. Joan Junge for Sunday Express.
A very solid Pan-Africanist and, of course, a friend of the Republic of Kenya. May his soul rest in eternal peace. To some politics now. Azimio leader Raila Odinga says the 7-member selection panel appointed by President William Ruto should refrain from conducting any interviews for IEBC commissioners. Odinga, who was heading an ODM membership recruitment drive in Kamukoji, Nairobi County, says Parliament is expected to debate the National Dialogue Committee report on the structure of a panel before any interviews are conducted. This comes as Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and DAP-K leader Eugene Wamalwa pitched tent in Kajiado. They faulted the government for allegedly not delivering on their pre-election pledges.
Nairobi County is ODM leader Raila Odinga's 15th stop over since he launched a party membership recruitment drive. The party pitched tent at the historic Kamukunji grounds. It is here that the ODM chief revisited the National Dialogue Committee report, currently before the National Assembly.
Wakakubaliana kwanza walikubali ya kwamba mambo ya sava itafunguliwa. Sawa sawa. Hiyo ripoti ikipita kwa bunge wiki ijayo watafungua sava.
Odinga urges troops in Parliament to ensure the passage of the recommendation, more so on who will take charge at the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission IEBC.
Pili, walikubaliana ya kwamba mambo ya kuunda upya ya tume ya uchaguzi mpaka tusirikishwe, mpaka tukubaliane na majina yote. Sawa sawa.
Leaders accompanying the Azimio leader took a swipe at the government over what they termed as increased taxation and the high cost of living.
Na waziri wake anatoa amri ati kuanzia muhula ujao ati karo za shule zilipwe kupitia e-Citizen.
Akiongea namna hii, akiambia Nairobi, akiambia Mombasa, akiambia Kenya, njia ni namna hii. Mimi nawaambia, that is a calculated move.
It was a similar script as Wiper Party leader Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka and DAP-K leader Honorable Eugene Wamalwa called on Kenyans to demand fairness and development. The leaders were speaking while attending Sunday service at Full Gospel Churches of Kenya in Kajiado.
Therefore, join us. I ask you to join us in a crusade to change this country's very tough history, terrible mistakes. We want to change it for good.
2027, this God of second chances is giving us a second chance. Now we have one mission, kuhakikisha we don't make the same mistake again.
Abdiaziz Hashim for Sunday Express.
And a section of clergy is now calling on the executive and the legislature to stop the judiciary onslaught and follow the laid-down procedure in addressing issues. The man of cloth started the year worried about the trend calling for respect of separation of powers in the three arms of government. At the same time, they called on President William Ruto to address the cost of living and taxes that have been imposed concurrently. The sentiments come as the National Council of Churches of Kenya, NCCK, wrote a letter to the President 3 days ago requesting him to establish a National Economic and Social Council to advise on the current economic impasse.
Ni makosa sana kuona executive wakirumbana na koti zetu za Kenya. Hilo sio jambo nzuri. ningetaka niombe kama ni makoti yetu wahukumu kwa haki pasipo mapendeleo. Hiyo ndio tungekuwa tukiomba. Nao executive, wakati tunaona executive imesimama kukashifu makoti, hiyo sio picha nzuri katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Hata kama kuna madeni na kuna nini, tafadhali ningeomba rais ajaribu kuangalia, ajaribu kupunguza kidogo. Juu tulisema hii ni serikali ya hasra.
Watu wanaanza ku lose hope. Na ukiangalia especially pia mimi ni counselor. Unaona watu wengi wanakuja sana counseling na challenges ziko ni financially. Kwa hivyo maombi yangu na ile pia tunaomba Mungu ni kwamba serikali ifanye vile inavyoweza kuhakikisha bei ya vitu imeenda chini.
Rais wetu alituahidi atakuwa pamoja nasi. Atatuinua kimaisha, kimfuko, tutakuwa na pesa mfukoni, tugeomba yale mambo aliyotuahidia aweze kutimiza.
Serikali iangazie na iangalie kwa kina, kwa sababu kupandisha ushuru sio kumaanisha unatengeneza nchi. Kwa hivyo tunaomba rais wetu akumbuke hiyo jambo, kwa sababu kwanza yeye ni mtu wa Mungu. Anajua jinsi vile maisha ambaye kisonga mwananchi amewahi pitia.
Some good news at last. Dr. Arupe Rebecca Lomong from Tangul Bay, Tiaty constituency, is the first PhD graduate among the Pokot community living in Tiaty constituency, Baringo County. In normal circumstances, Dr. Arupe's achievement could have been a pipe dream if not for sheer hard work and determination, despite the facing threats, of course, of female genital mutilation and early marriage. Here's a story of resilience and beating the odds to become the most coveted achiever in our community.
At Kipkogom area, Baringo North constituency, hundreds of leaders and residents have gathered in a celebratory mood in a Thanksgiving ceremony of one of their own. Dr. Arupe Rebecca Lomong for achieving a rare feat of becoming the community's first PhD holder. Born and raised in Tiaty, then married at Kipkogom village, Rebecca has beaten the odds to graduate with a PhD in Gender and Development Studies from Kisii University.
I graduated on 19th of December 2023. Yes, I was thinking that was the biggest day, but deep inside me, you cannot do a celebration alone. So today, I've called my friends, my family, my people, the leaders, my community, my village to celebrate this achievement.
We support our people, our spouses, our wives. So men in diaspora, men in everywhere, support your family. Don't be an impediment to somebody's career.
She expresses her joy at evading early marriage, while also appealing to her Pokot community to abandon retrogressive practices, including FGM, and embrace girl-child education as a means to achieving transformation of their community.
Those people who are left behind, who are marginalized, I want to tell them there's hope. There's hope. What you need to do is to keep your focus straight. It is possible, it is doable. We got the brains, we got everything that we need.
Sentiments shared by leaders led by Roads and Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen, who underscored the importance of education as a long-term solution to insecurity challenge in Baringo County.
Ile ilifanya Dr. Lomong akuwe mtu ambaye anaheshimika ni kwa sababu ya masomo. Njia moja ya kumaliza uhasama ya cattle rustling na vita na mambo ya watu kuuawa kwa sehemu hii yenye itakuwa ya maana zaidi ni kutafuta njia ya kusanya watoto wote na waende shule.
Girls can go far if they are given opportunity. What is happening in Tiaty is that that opportunity has not been availed. Only a few of them. So that is why we have a lot of challenges in Tiaty.
For Sunday Express, I'm Joseph Wahungu.
Former Mandera South Member of Parliament Aden Haji Sheikh is wanted by the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, for alleged embezzlement of 51 million shillings. He's accused of looting from the public coffers when he served as a county executive committee member in charge of tourism in Kwale County. The former MP, who is reported to have been evading arrest, by EACC detectives is believed to have gone into hiding after the Director of Public Prosecutions in December 2023 concurred with the recommendations of EACC that he be apprehended and charged before the Anti-Corruption Court in Mombasa. The Mombasa court ordered the MP, whose whereabouts remain unknown, to appear before it on 13th February 2024 to take plea.
A former member of parliament who is evading detectives, we are pursuing him to arrest him in relation to corruption offences. And when that happens, we will deal with it. He is hiding. So there is a possibility that if we don't get him, then we will pursue other mechanisms.
We're taking a breather. On Sunday Express, we'll be back with more news, including sports. Don't go too far.
Attention all journalists and media practitioners. The Media Council of Kenya wishes to notify all local and foreign journalists and media practitioners practicing in Kenya that the application and renewal of press cards for 2024 is ongoing and we want you to be part of it. Getting accredited is just a click away. Visit our user-friendly online portal on the Media Council of Kenya website accreditation.mediacouncil.or.ke:882/forward. Head to the accreditation page for a step-by-step guide on applying for and renewing your press card. We've made it easy for you. You can also get assistance at our head office in Upper Hill, Nairobi, or our regional offices in Mombasa, Meru, Nakuru, and Kisumu. You can also reach out to us via email accreditation@mediacouncil.or.ke or call our hotline number 0110-131-447. All accredited journalists are advised to...
Haya, jinsi ya kungoja kwenye star 570 hash kuna ploti na ni up to 1.1 million Kenyan shillings with a genuine title deed na inakungoja star 570 hash bukana zake.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
The Kenya National Youth Service will conduct a nationwide recruitment drive for male and female NYS volunteers from Monday the 5th of February through to Friday the 9th of February 2024. Persons wishing to be enlisted must meet the following conditions: be a Kenyan citizen and resident of the respective sub-county of recruitment, be between the ages of 18 and 24, have a mean grade of D plane and above in KCSE, produce original and photocopies of their national ID and academic certificates, must have a certificate of good conduct, be ready to undergo a medical checkup during and after recruitment, be prepared to undergo rigorous physical training, and be prepared to give voluntary service to the nation in any part of Kenya. Successful candidates will report for the NYS paramilitary course at the respective NYS college on the dates and time of their calling letters. For further information, visit the NYS website, NYS. Huduma kwa Taifa.
Welcome back. You're watching the Sunday Express. The Ministry of Health is spearheading adoption of disease preventive measures as it rolls out medical health screening camps across the country. This amid rising cases of non-communicable diseases that currently stands at 41%, attributed to, among others, unhealthy diets, tobacco consumption and lack of exercise. Public Health and Professional Standards Principal Secretary Mary Modhoni says data collected during the screening camps will inform policy making and budgetary allocation, and also address gaps in early detection and treatment of non-communicable diseases in the country.
According to the World Health Organization, non-communicable diseases, among them heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes and chronic lung disease, are collectively responsible for 41 million deaths nationwide annually.
Today we have come to this Kianyaga area in Gishugu constituency of Kirinyaga County, so that we can screen for cancer specifically and other non-communicable diseases. But at the same time, we are also providing health education. We want to sensitize the communities so that they can keep on screening for these diseases.
In Kenya's case, NCDs are responsible for 41% of deaths, up from 27% in 2014, with more than half of these diseases occurring in people aged below 40.
Most people wanakuwa diagnosed cancer at the stage 75% stage. Ile time mtu amegonjeka mpaka amefika mwisho, hakuna daktari labda anaweza akataka reverse. Na tungeomba ya kwamba watu waende wakakuwe screened, watoto wakuwe vaccinated, ndio tuweze kupunguza hii ugonjwa ya cancer.
The national-wide screening campaign aims to increase awareness and promote adoption of preventive responses.
We are capable of using just 10% of what we are using today, so the 90% that we are saving can go into improving the quality of healthcare, to improving the reach, so that we can reach many more people, and then we can achieve the universal health coverage goal, which means that everybody who requires treatment, who requires medical care, is able to get the highest quality of medical care.
Public Health PS Mary Modhoni, while officiating the screening exercise in Kirinyaga County, urged members to participate in the free medical exercise.
Ile fund ya mwisho tuko nayo ni Chronic Illness Fund. Na hiyo fund itakuwa inashughulikia wamama na wazee, watoto na wakubwa wenye watakuwa wamegonjeka zaidi. Saa hii wale watu wanatibiwa kansa wanaenda pia kununua dawa kule nje. Lakini tunasema with Chronic Illness Fund tutaweza kutibu watu kwa mahospitali yenye iko na vifaa.
The ministry is seeking partnership with medical health service providers and counties to run the campaigns whose data will be used to inform policy reforms and boost capacity in the health sector.
The Ministry of Health is collaborating with counties to run medical screening camps, not only to collect data, but also increase awareness at a time when government is really focusing on implementing universal health coverage. And this particular data collected in such camps is going to inform policy making. I'm Regina Manyara reporting from Raimu Primary in Gishogo, Kirinyaga County.
In our section of the clergy, that story we had taken earlier, let me take you to another one, the developing story in Kiambu County, where hundreds of landowners who ceded their parcels of land to facilitate the construction of the 24 billion shilling Karimeno 2 Dam in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, are threatening to stage demonstrations that will paralyze economic activities in the constituency. The affected residents are accusing the government of failing to deliver on its pledge to compensate them 1 year down the line.
A year after the mega water body was commissioned to begin supplying water to Nairobi and Ruiru residents, the affected landowners who ceded their parcels of land to facilitate its construction have not been compensated.
Tumedanganywa zaidi. Na kwa hivyo tunataka kujua, hata rais alikuwa pande hii ya Kanyoni na alisema pesa ya demu ya Karimeno, wale watu wote hawajalipwa, pesa yao iko karibu.
The affected lot was speaking after a meeting at Buchana Coffee Factory gave a 2 weeks ultimatum to be compensated, failure to which they will take to the streets.
Siku 14 haitukubali, tunatakana siku 2 mbili. Kama hatutakuwa wamesema hawatakuwa tayari kukuja, tutaenda kuandamana.
Lakini hawa watu wametuacha katika hali ambayo wakati wazazi wetu saa hii wamekuwa sasa wamegonjeka kwa sababu ya magonjwa ya maji.
While demanding full compensation for seamless relocation, they claim water from the dam has begun submerging their farms. At the same time, they want the government to resurvey the land and freshly evaluate crops therein to align with the current economic state.
Na maji imetukaribia, hata ukiwa jikoni unaiweza ichota. Saizi wanataka tukue maiti ndio wakuja tuone magari ikitembea pale kwetu Gesagi. Hatutaki hiyo.
Serikali ikifanyia hiyo wanaifanya haraka iwezekanavyo. Watu wa Kalimero ambao walipeana damu kwa moyo mjukufu kwa serikali yetu watafurahi sana.
This comes against the backdrop of the government's decision to acquire 600-acre land surrounding the water body to protect the dam's ecosystem and facilitate control of possible pollution of the water resource through tree plantations.
Another sad story here. Detectives in Nandi County have commenced investigations into the mysterious death of a 60-year-old man whose body was recovered in Nandi Hill Forest. The body of a man identified as Philip Kimutai Sitine was found dangling on a tree in a suspected suicide case. His medical records were also recovered with him during the incident. The body had no visible injuries other than marks around the neck. Police have moved the body to Nandi Hills Hospital mortuary pending autopsy as the investigations continue. Five people have died and 9 others are nursing injuries following a tragic road accident along the Nyahururu-Nyeri Road. The accident is reported to have occurred near Marina when a matatu collided head-on with an oncoming trailer. The matatu is said to have been ferrying women from St. Monica Gaitheri Catholic Church of Murang'a Diocese. The women were on their way back to Murang'a after conducting their annual prayers at Subukia Shrine. Those injured were rushed to Nyahururu County Referral Hospital, Mary Immaculate Muiga and Nyeri County Referral Hospital respectively. The Nyandarua Woman Representative Faith Gitau, who visited the survivors in hospital, has called for speedy investigations even as she urged motorists to exercise caution.
Tulikuwa tunakuja maombi Subukia Shrine. Tukakuja, tukakuwa na mchana mwema, lakini tukirudi tukapata road accident. Tuliona trailer mbele yetu
between Daragwa and Nyeri. Kwa hivyo kuna wengine wameletwa hapa. We have ensured that wametibiwa, wengine wameenda nyumbani na kuna mwingine tumetransfer Mathari. Kuna wengine walipata hiyo accident wakapelekwa Nyeri Hospital. Kwa hivyo mimi kama mama county Nyandarua nataka kuambia watu wa Murang'a poleni sana, na hasa familia za wale wamepata hii ajali, poleni sana. Tunaomba Mungu awapatie a very quick recovery. Thank you.
A needy Form 1 student who was at risk of dropping out of school for lack of school fees can now breathe a sigh of relief after Mombasa Cement offered him a 4-year full scholarship. This is after KBC TV highlighted Clinton Muchoka's struggle to continue with his education at St. George's Secondary School in Kaloleni, Kilifi County, despite scoring 400 marks in last year's KCPE exam. This and much more in the County News Roundup.
While acknowledging his exceptional talent in education, Mombasa Cement, through its community program head Mumtaz Sayani, said the company will foot all the requirements and pay school fees for Clinton to immediately join secondary school.
Tutahakikisha aende ajoin form 1 na zile vitu zinatakikana ambayo atahitaji, tutahakikisha tumpe, sio tumchukue na tumwache ama tumlipie, lakini tutahakikisha huyu kijana asome hadi mwisho.
Clinton's mother, Eunice Kadia, thanked the sponsor and KBC TV for highlighting his son's need, while the boy vowed to give his best in school to achieve his dream of becoming a lawyer. Elsewhere, the National Assembly Health Committee and the National Land Commission have been petitioned to intervene in the raging tussle between the county government of Nakuru and the management of War Memorial Hospital over its ownership. The Kenya Internally Displaced Persons Organization, through its spokesman Peter Tena, claimed the tussle points to a possibility of land grabbing.
Tunamuomba director wetu wa investigation na Inspector General of Police, vile walifanya Mavoko na vile wamefanya sehemu zile nyingine mpaka Narok, wakuje hapa Nakuru.
Meanwhile, elders in Tigania East Sub-County have raised alarm over people masquerading as owners of a section of land along the border of Meru and Isiolo counties.
Hiyo land si ati imesaulika, inajulikana na iko recorded na iko na ownership. The community of Nyambene is the owner of that vast land. Imekuwa set that way strictly for a benefit of the community as a game reserve or a conservancy.
Kenya Forest Service, in conjunction with Kisaka Foundation, an environmental organization, have planted over 1,500 trees in Lukenya Community School in Athi River, Machakos County. The initiative aims at combating the effects of climate change.
Mpango wetu ni kupanda miti na kulea, sio kupanda na kuwacha. Tumepanda kila mahali, kila shule, kanisa, taasisi zote na hata kwa kampuni KMC tumepanda miti.
Tourism Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua says the government will turn around the unstable tourism sector in the country and make it the country's top foreign exchange earner.
We don't want cheap tourism. We want value tourism. But to get value tourism, you have to provide value infrastructure. You have to provide value systems. We want to transform this to be the Riviera of Africa.
Mombasa County Woman Representative Zamzam Mohamed wants the county government to prioritize the construction of the Kisauni Mwaki Runge Road to ease access to a gender-based violence center currently under construction.
Ikiwa hata kama mimi napigana na femicide, lakini mahali pa kuweka hawa kina mama iko wapi? Ndio mimi nalilia county government ya Mombasa wanipe barabara, ama kina mama anasema makosa, watupatie barabara, sisi tuingize materials zetu, tujenge pale, kina mama wapate mahali pa kujistiri.
And Kirinyaga Senator Kamau Murango has faulted the strategy for the implementation of the Kenya Primary Education Equity Learning Program. According to the senator, schools in hardship areas will not benefit from the program, urging ministry officials to visit schools to understand the situation on the ground before rolling out the program.
Zuri Wizara ya Elimu ikae chini iweze kuangalia hali ya pesa ambayo zinalipwa walimu ambao wanafunza katika mazingira magumu.
This as members of public have been challenged to work closely with security agencies in the fight against crime. Langata Sub-County Police Commander Monica Kimani urged area residents to take a leading role in ensuring that they provide information on any suspicious characters in their midst.
A year etched with the promise of an even safer Langata. In 2024, we won't just fight crime. We'll smoother its very embers. We'll focus on prevention, nipping criminals.
Finally, National Assembly Housing Committee Chairman Johanna Ngeno has said they have completed the public participation exercise on the affordable housing project and will begin writing the report from this Monday.
From Monday tunakuja kuandika report, alafu we table that report in Parliament. Hiyo sheria tumeitengeneza and we are only awaiting to be tabled in Parliament so that it can be debated. Amendments that are wananchi wamesema yamendiwe, tutaiangalia na kuhakikisha kwamba we bring out a law that will stand the test of time.
Attention all journalists and media practitioners. The Media Council of Kenya wishes to notify all local and foreign journalists and media practitioners practicing in Kenya that the application and renewal of press cards for 2024 is ongoing and we want you to be part of it. Getting accredited is just a click away. Visit our user-friendly online portal on the Media Council of Kenya website accreditation.mediacouncil.or.ke:882/forward. Head to the accreditation page for a step-by-step guide on applying for and renewing your press card. We've made it easy for you. You can also get assistance at our head office in Upper Hill, Nairobi, or our regional offices in Mombasa, Meru, Nakuru, and Kisumu. You can also reach out to us via email accreditation@mediacouncil.or.ke or call our hotline number 0110-131-447. All accredited journalists are advised to carry their press cards whenever on duty and to produce them whenever required. Stay accredited with the Media Council of Kenya and elevate your media journey today.
Shamba ni mbili, yako ni gani? Kwa star 570 hash. Every 100 shillings unayotumia kwa Lucky Game inakupa 1 entry point ya kuingia kwenye drum ya draw ambayo inakupa fursa ya kujishindia moja kati ya shamba hizi mbili. Mwisho wa March namtangaza mshindi wa shamba hili la 1.1 million Kenyan shillings na unapata title deed yako safi. Na mwisho wa April namtangaza mshindi wa shamba hili la 1.1 million Kenyan shillings, lori za mawe na mchanga. Zote ndizo hizi. Dial star 570 hash. Title deed ndio hii. Buka na shake.
Lovely ball in, 1-on-1. Williams is beaten. He gets a little touch on it, I suspect. As it brushes against his fingertips, it crashes onto the woodwork and he's able to recover. Glorious opportunity for Cape Verde to win it in added time.
Well, Gibson did everything that he needed to do right, but you just give credit to Williams.
Stupendous save from Ronwen Williams. Glorious reactions from Williams normally, but what a delivery. And then the attempted finish. Fantastic. And South Africa can breathe a sigh of relief.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Well, it's time for Sports. It's been a very bad day for Chelsea supporters. And I believe at this moment, a very bad day for one Rufus Hunja and his teammates in Liverpool. Because the game between Arsenal and Liverpool just ended 3-1. But the person to give you the details is here, Karen Kibet. How are you?
It's always a joy seeing your team losing. Thank you very much, Kioria. I'll definitely keep our viewers up to speed with what's making headlines in the world of sports. Let's now talk sports. My name is Karen Kibet. Now, Kenya may consider bidding to host the World Cross Country Championships after successfully staging the 3rd edition of the Sirikyo Classic Cross Country Tour in Eldoret yesterday.
While 10,000-meter silver medalist Daniel Simiyu and African under-20 silver medalist Immaculate Anyango were the winners of the third edition of the Sirikwa Classic Cross Country Championship successfully held at Lobo Village, Eldoret.
Last year was just another year, and let me say, it was just the beginning. That was the beginning. And we're now approaching to be one of the best, and maybe God willing.
My target ni natarajia kukuja natarajia niingie top 3, nikuja na medal, iwe bronze, iwe gold, iwe silver. Yeah, that is my target now.
After the event, Meet Director Barnaba Korir exuded confidence that the organization of the gold label meet is an indication that the country has the capacity to stage the World Cross Country Championship for the second time since 2007.
The World Athletics also is watching what we are doing. They are very eager to know how we organize our events, and they are very happy about it. I have talked to also the person in charge of competition from World Athletics, and he's very happy. They are thinking of other ideas that they can give us, because we have the masses. There are people who came to watch. We have the athletes. We have practically the organizational skills, the finance from the government. We have almost everything. And that gives us now the opportunity for them to consider us organizing better events. Last week, we had an event in Botswana, which was also of the same level. But due to the fact that they didn't organize our level, they were relegated now to bronze. So you can imagine now, this is a third year, and we are still going strong.
The event was used to select Team Kenya for the Africa Cross Country, with the team set to be unveiled next week before hitting residential training, as well as preparations for elite athletes for the World Cross Country Trials, or to gauge their prowess ahead of the season.
The people we are targeting are school-going children, and that is where nurturing of talent starts. We want to take back the sports activities that was there in our time to the schools, so that it is put in the co-curriculum of the education system, and our athletes or our young children will also get the opportunity now to pursue their different talents from the schools.
Yesterday's event attracted over 500 athletes from 15 different nationalities.
This is the first one, and we intend to roll out several others. We'll engage with several other partners and stakeholders to try and proceed with this agenda of making sure that the general public is well educated in terms of awareness on the general need of healthy and clean activities.
Thank you, Barkley, for that report. Moving on, Kenyan champion Jasmeet Chana has expressed confidence in his new Rally 2 machine ahead of his fourth attempt at the WRC Safari Rally set for 28th to 31st March in Naivasha. Chana will end his long-standing relationship with his Mitsubishi Evolution 10 and upgrade to a Rally 2 car before the iconic Safari. The Safari Rally will be the third round of the 2024 World Rally Championship season and reverts to its original traditional Easter holidays weekend for the first time in 26 years. Mombasa-based Bandari FC closed the gap on second-placed Posta Rangers to just 2 points after coming from behind twice to beat Muranga Seal 3-2 in one of the FKF Premier League matches played today. After trailing to an 8th minute Titus Kipchanga goal, Umar Kasumba leveled the score 4 minutes later to send the match to half-time tied at 1-1. Bandari again fell behind in the 66th minute and looked destined for loss, but managed to net twice before the final whistle to snatch all 3 points from the Seals. At Ulinzi Complex, Edward Odhiambo scored the lone goal in the 3rd minute to hand Ulinzi Stars a 1-0 win over Talanta FC, while City Stars and Shabana FC played out to a goalless draw at Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. AFC Leopards defeated Kariobangi Sharks 2-0.
Kumjulia hali kuweza kujua hali yake ikoje, na ndivyo inavyofanyika hapa, ikiwa Victor Omune Ochami. Victor Omune Ochami Tango nzuri KC. Atuliza Mafata. Boniface kwa Yumuyendo. Dakika 2 tu baadaye. Nilikwambia amenyoa huyu.
Williams saved 4 penalties to help South Africa reach the semi-finals of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations following a 0-0 draw with Cape Verde. Meanwhile, Omar's 122nd minute winner sent 10-man Ivory Coast to the semis at heartbroken Mali's expense. Nigeria will play South Africa while Ivory Coast will meet DRC in Wednesday's semi-finals, which will be televised live on KBC Channel 1. Elite were last evening crowned champions of the Jateso Super Cup after beating Masa FC 4-3 on post-match penalties in the final played at Makongeni grounds in Nairobi. The final had ended 1-1 at full-time and had to be decided from the sport. Minority leader Opio Wandani and Extreme Sports CEO Hussein Mohammed attended the final.
I want to encourage all leaders at whatever level to invest in football. So many young people today are able to earn a living from football. Why not in Kenya? And I think if we build the right infrastructure within our neighborhoods, if we build the right and we give them the support, the infrastructure and the support to the clubs, they would be able to generate enough revenue to sustain themselves. For me, it has always been my passion, it has always been my hope and dream that we can commercialize football at the grassroots level. It should be a source of revenue and a source of income for thousands of our youth.
Owino Ronald lakini namna gani hapa anatolewa timing pale Owino Ronald na mchezaji huyu mchezaji jezi nambari 13 pembezoni huko anauliza namna gani.
And those are all the sports stories we had for you tonight right here at the KBC Sports Desk. It's always a pleasure when my team Manchester United wins its particular fixture and my colleague Kioria's team Chelsea is beaten. Kioria, 4-2 surely. What happened tonight?
We have grand plans of converting Chelsea to an avocado marketing company. We want to leave football to the people who can play it.
AFCON is even much better than... Yeah?
Well, there's so much to talk about AFCON, by the way. How Ivory Coast has made it so far is still scintillating.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know whether it's a grand plan, really, to have them make it this far. But anyway, we'll wait and see how this piece ends.
I hope Harambee Stars are taking notes, because in 2027, we would love to cheer them all through to the finals.
Absolutely.
That's all from me, Kioria. I'll now leave it to you to take it away. Good night. My name is Karen Kibet. Kioria.
Thank you very much, Karen Kibet, for the sports. It's time for us now to put a cap on Channel 1 Sunday Express. Thank you very much for joining us. Have yourself a fantastic week ahead. God bless you and good night.